Posted on my windshield didn't make sense at first. You left too soon. She wasn't finished. She? My first thought, was it a mistake? Did he mean he? But something about the way it was written, different handwriting, smaller, messier, like it was rushed, made me feel like this wasn't from him at all. Cassie and I sat in her car for over an hour after finding it. We went back and forth. Maybe he had a partner. Maybe it was someone else entirely. But the truth that scared me the most? Maybe he wasn't the one in control. The cops couldn't trace the burner phone. There were no fingerprints on the photos. Nothing else had happened for weeks. But this note, it meant it wasn't over. Cassie had a theory I didn't want to believe. Think about it, she said. What if he was hiding from someone else too? What if he wasn't obsessed with you? What if he was protecting you from something worse? I laughed. Not because it was funny, but because it felt so insane that it almost made sense. And then the dream started. Every night I'd see flashes, images I couldn't explain. A woman in my old apartment, pale, hair hanging over her face, just standing in the hallway, unmoving, watching me, watching him. In one dream, she was whispering something over and over. I could never quite hear it, just this low, desperate chant. I'd wake up gasping every single time. Then I got the second note, taped to the mirror in Cassie's bathroom. Neither of us had left the house all day. It said, check the blue tank top. I didn't even remember packing it when I left my old place. But sure enough, it was stuffed at the bottom of my bag. I hadn't worn it since that first photo. My hands were shaking as I unfolded it. And there it was. A tiny slit near the hem. Barely noticeable. Inside, sewn into the lining, was a micro SD card. Cassie and I sat in silence while it loaded onto her laptop. 37 video files. Each one marked with a date, going back almost 2 months. The first few were just me, walking around my apartment, cooking, watching TV, from angles that made it clear. The cameras were hidden in the walls, not by me, and not by him. Around the 15th video, something changed. One showed him, the man from the Thai place, walking through my apartment, checking windows, closing the blinds, and then talking. But not to the camera, to someone else. Someone we couldn't see. I know you're still here, he whispered. Another clip showed him sitting on my couch, breathing heavily, whispering, she doesn't see you, does she? Not like I do. That's when Cassie grabbed my hand and said, Alyssa, these videos weren't him watching you. They were his proof. He thought you were being haunted. The last video was the worst. It showed him asleep, in my bed. The camera angle was from above, almost like it was hovering, and behind him, in the shadows by the door, she was there, the woman from my dreams. But she wasn't standing. She was crawling, slowly, like her bones didn't move right. And the last frame before the footage cut to black was her face, right up against the camera, smiling. We turned everything over to the police. Every video, every note, every bit of what we found. They didn't have answers, just questions. There was no record of him, no ID, no fingerprint matches. It was like he never existed, but someone did. And last week, Cassie moved out of her place too. She said her hallway light keeps flickering, and her closet door, she leaves it open now. But she swears every morning it's closed again. As for me, I stopped trusting my instincts, because no matter how strong they were, she was always one step ahead. The end. Or at least, I hope it is.